Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Jemimah, and if you're returning, it's so good to have you back. I know that it's been a minute since I've been on here, but I'm trying to commit myself to being more consistent. I've been trying to figure out a particular niche that I want to focus on. I'm just trying to work on that, but in the meantime, I noticed that the hair videos I make on here tend to do well. So I thought, okay, since I'm always doing my hair and I have some hair tips and all of that, I could focus on making the hair tutorials. So for today's video, I'm just going to be showing you guys how I achieved this particular hairstyle. I made this hairstyle very impulsively because my hair had been out for too long. I decided to just do something at night. I wanted to do knotless braids with the curls at the end, as you can see, but I was using Brazilian wool, or rather I used Brazilian wool because of the last hairstyle I did. After taking out that hairstyle, the extensions were still good enough. I'll put like a picture of the hairstyle that I made somewhere on the screen, I'm not sure where, but yeah, after taking it out, the extensions were still good, so I kept them. So yeah, I decided to just go ahead and try this hairstyle out with the extensions, and honestly it turned out so good. As you guys can see, it's honestly so beautiful, and I'm really impressed with how this hairstyle turned out. I'll just turn and give you guys a view of what the back looks like. So this is how the back looks. And yeah, I'm just going to get right into the video. I don't think I necessarily enjoy this whole process of like doing my hair myself. I didn't get to do any research to see if I would be able to achieve any curls on this hair. If I'm not able to achieve the curls, maybe I can just cut it off and then it's just going to be short box braids. But it doesn't really matter to me. I just wanted something simple, something basic, something light that I can carry for a short while. So yeah, I'm just going to be giving you guys a tutorial on how I achieved the hairstyle that you saw earlier in my intro. This is what I've done so far. Please, you guys, excuse my lines if they're a bit wonky, because I don't usually see like the back of my head when I'm drawing lines. I usually just like go over the hair with my fingers, like I try to trace it, and then I go ahead to use a mirror at the back of my head with one in front to see like where it needs adjustment. Then I trace it with my hand and I try to fix it along the line. Like while I'm braiding the hair, I'm probably going to show you guys how I do it. For now, since I've already drawn this line, I'm just going to go ahead and start braiding my hair. Since it's knotless braids, you know, you have to keep feeding in the hair. So what I do is that I actually start with just one strand. This is just what I start with, and then I go ahead to section the rest of the hair into twos like this, and I just keep them close to me since like I said, it's feeding and you need the hair by your side to like keep picking and adding. I just section out the hair and then I keep it on my thighs and I go ahead to make my part. So that's just what we're going to do now. I try to make my parts as neat as possible, and if need be, I go over with my hair wax just to like make it a bit neater, and so that my grip is a lot stronger, especially for the front hair. So after sectioning that, I'm still going to go ahead and section this in 3. I do this because I found that it actually makes it easier for me to grip the hair when I'm braiding. It doesn't have to be anything perfect, as long as there's like 3 distinct parts for that one section and you can grip it, that's fine. So now that I've sectioned this hair, I'm going to try and get a grip of the 3 different parts. There's different feed-in methods for this, but I find this a lot more easier to do. So what I do is that I lock this in my fingers, and then I just slide it through my 2 fingers here, and then I just go ahead and start braiding. I've basically fed in enough hair that I need, because I don't want this hair to be too chunky. I just want something simple and light. After doing that, I'm just going to keep braiding, and while I'm braiding, I try to make sure that my hair isn't sticking out. So yeah, I'm just going to keep braiding. I'm braiding. When I get to the end of the braid, that's where like I want the braid to stop. I just take out one strand, I wrap it around, and then I seal it off. And you have to do this even if you're using normal expression braiding hair or whatever. You have to do this if you're trying to leave curls. There's something that I'm not doing properly. I'm supposed to brush out the ends of this hair a bit, just so like I have a neater finish at the end. But I'm going to try and do that after I'm done braiding, because honestly I was just too lazy to sit down and start brushing. I slept late and I woke up at like 7 AM just to continue making this hair. So you can understand why I'm not really bothered about some things. I just want to get it done. I just want to have my hair looking decent at least for a couple of weeks. I think after doing this braid, I might just speed up the video, because I'm basically just going to keep repeating the same process. Or I could speed it up after doing 2 more braids, just so that you get the whole idea of what it is that I'm doing. And then if I need to talk through or explain any process, then I will do that. After doing my braid, I usually just use my comb to brush over it in case there's like any hairs that got into the other side when it wasn't supposed to. So I like to layer my braids in a way that they fall in the middle of like the previous line. I don't know if it makes any sense, but maybe as I'm going you will understand. So it's like for these 2 braids there has to be one that falls in the middle, just so it gives it like a fuller and neater finish. It's an actual thing and there's a name for it, but I just don't remember right now. Sometimes I don't follow it very accurately, especially if like I draw this and it's too wide and I need the parts to be smaller. But when I can, I just try to layer the braids like I explained earlier. So like I said, after getting a section, I section that into 3 distinct parts, and then I try to grip that and start braiding. Then I take a single strand and feed that in between my 2 fingers and just continue braiding that like so. I just used the 1 strand just for the beginning, just because I don't want this to be too bulky at the roots. After feeding in, I can just go ahead and keep braiding. I'll do this one more time before I speed up the video. This is me really hoping that I get to achieve this hairstyle, because I think it would be really cute. And if I'm being honest, I prefer the feel of like Brazilian wool when it comes to braids. The only problem I have with Brazilian wool is just like, oh, you have to burn the ends, or you have to find a way so they won't get loose or something. By the way, I have like my small mirror in front of me in case I need to see what I'm doing. When I reach the end, I'm just going to wrap. Okay. Also, if I notice that I didn't feed in enough hair from the start. Like I can just easily do that while I'm braiding. So I can just take like a single strand and just add that in. And to repeat the same end time process. I just do that about like 3 times once I know that it's very much secure. So yeah, since I've basically explained how I get my braids done, just going to go ahead and speed up the video right now. Then I'll come back and show you guys how I part my hair. Okay guys, so I'm done with that row I was on. You guys, I'm already tired. I don't know, this thing is just stressful, but I can't help it. Like, I've been doing this for so long, and now just letting someone else braid my hair is like I don't want to do it. I'm done with that row, so I'm just going to show you guys how I part my hair. I don't know if it's going to be helpful to anyone, but this is just what I do basically. I start by drawing a line, and as long as I have the thickness right from this first line that I've drawn, I'm just going to proceed and sort of like drag it from here, go all the way around. Like even if it's not perfect, I try to drag it as far as I can, just following this curved pattern. I honestly can't see what's going on at the back, but at least with my hand I can measure and see like, oh okay, this part feels less, this part feels more. You guys, I don't know, it's very weird, but that's just how I do it. So I get it all the way to the front, and then after doing this, now it's like I have a defined part, right? But it's not perfect, so I'm still going to go ahead and use my hand to like trace and see where needs more hair, where needs less hair, and just try to like make the line a bit neater. Usually I use hair wax to make my lines cleaner, but today I don't really feel like, so I'm just going to try to get it as neat as possible. Let me see if I can show you guys what I've done before I have to make any adjustments, because I have to go to the bathroom and hold the mirror and use the other one in front of me to see if I need to make any adjustments. I hope you guys can see, I don't know. But yeah, okay, so I've gone ahead to check if the part is okay, and honestly if I can't get it to be as perfect as I want it to be, I won't kill myself about it, because like I told you earlier, I'm not sure if I said that, but as long as my braids come out neat, it kind of compensates for the wonky lines. And you guys, this is tough, so I'm just going to go ahead and repeat the same processes basically. Okay guys, so I've come this far with my hair. I just have part of this row to complete, and then I'll just split this in 2 and finish up the hair. I did most of it off camera just because I wasn't very comfortable with where I was sitting, and I just needed to stand for a bit. So yeah, I couldn't record while I was braiding, but I'm probably going to finish the rest on camera, and we'll figure out what to do with the ends. If possible, curl it and we're done. Yeah, so let's just see how that goes. pretty neat and decent, and it's so light and easy to manage. But I'm so exhausted, a lot of time has gone, and all I'm left to do is to comb out the ends of this hair and try to curl it. So I'm just going to, I think I'll do that off camera, like the combing out, because it's a lot really, and I might not give it my all. So I'm going to go on and just curl the hair right now. So I was going to do them individually, but honestly I'm so exhausted and it's not that deep to me. So I'm just going to show you guys how I basically curl. As you can see, I'm not like wrapping the hair tightly. I'm just using this simple strand to just go around the ends, just like that. After I've done it to like the end, or at least the desired length, I'm just going to pull like that and then tie this at the end. I'll just repeat this process for the curling of the ends, and hopefully this works out. I really hope it does. I don't know, I've never tried to make curls with Brazilian wool, so that's why I'm just like very skeptical, and I didn't even try to do like a test or something. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. I'm done doing the curls, so the next step is to do the hot water, and that's a very dangerous process, so I won't be doing that on camera. I'll just do that off camera, and hopefully by the time you see me next, our hair is done. This is how the curls look. I just unraveled this one side, and I'm going to unravel the other side and just come back with the finished look. I'm very exhausted, so I'll probably finish the video tomorrow, but this is what we have for now.